Good morning. I am excited about a workout that I have for you today. So I have a couple friends, people that I know who are struggling with upper body. I don't want to say muscle wasting, but like that's what it is. It's going away really fast. They're losing a lot of muscle faster than they used to in their youth. And they're finding that they need to change the game plan a little bit when it comes to what they're doing for weights, if they're doing anything. Like in the past, maybe it was just a little bit here and there, not much of anything, totally fine. Muscle growth was easy. And now, either because they're perimenopausal, menopausal, or all these GLP-1 medications that are out now, sometimes while they're working great to help change habits and weight loss and all of that, they are also increasing the rate at which you're losing muscle. So that is what this workout is for. Let me tell you what you need. And then next time you watch this, you can fast forward through all of this first part. You need a bench if you have it. If not, just a mat on the floor is fine. But I want this to be a workout video that you can bring with you to the gym and you have the benches there, right? So like claim one, it's yours. This video is designed for women. I'm Gretchen Gegg, by the way. I specialize in helping women, especially women who struggle with body image and need a little more of that body freedom aspect of working out. It's not just all about how we look, it's about how we feel. Quick spiel. So if you're at the gym, claim one. You can do it. You don't have to be like ready to go out on stage for a muscle competition to do it. Claim one. And then in the future, so if this is your first time here, this is not what you're going to do today. But for this workout in the future, you are going to have 3 sets of weights. One that you would claim as like your heavier weight, one is your medium weight, and one is your light weight. I have 15, 10, and 5, just kind of nice round, like multiples of 5 numbers there. Not round, right? Yes, round, not even. Sorry, sidetracked. So you're going to need that. But if this is the first time that you have done this workout, I want you to just get like a nice solid set of weights that you can easily do some bicep curls with for probably, a while without feeling exhausted. So they're not light, but they're not heavy. So if I were you, I would go grab, if you haven't done this in a long time, maybe just some 5 pounds. If you've done it in a while, but you're not really sure where we're going, grab 8 pounds. Again, you are not going to work to exhaustion today. You're just going to see what the exercises are. Next time, you'll be able to make an informed decision. I hope you're ready because we're about to go. Oh, pause. You're also going to need a mat. We are going to go to the floor all together at one point, but having a bench is fine too. So while you're getting all that set up, so I'm going to do like some big motion so you know how far to fast forward this in case it doesn't clip it out. So this is where we're starting. Are you like that? Like I scrub my videos? I typically watch the video and don't watch all the little cutoffs, but whatever. What we're going to do today while you're grabbing your weights is we have timed rounds of the smaller muscle groups. So biceps, triceps, shoulders. And then we're going to superset, instead of for time, we're going to do it for rep of the bigger muscles groups, the chest and the back. Okay, so you're going to need some room to move around. We have 3 and 3, so you know what's coming. First round of small muscle groups, first round of the superset of big. First round, second round, third round. And that's all you got. So wherever you are, we are going to start with some heavy weights. We're going to start with our heavy weights. Again, if it's your first day, just grab the weights you have. I'm grabbing 15. We have 1 minute. We're going to do biceps curls, hammer style. So palms in, curling up to our shoulders and back down. That's it for 1 minute. Hammer curls up and back down. Perfect. So like I said, little side view, this first round, when we're doing the small muscle groups, everything is for time. So if you need to rest in here, you can. If you need to change the weight, you can. But again, this is going to be our heaviest weight that we're working with today in this first round of small muscle groups. This is our heavy round. Okay, so heavy weight. It's going to stay with us all the way through. Curl and release. Now, I want to say something here that your heavy weight for this might not be the same as your heavy weight for chest. So it's okay from here, keep going, to go ahead and have different heavy weights when it comes to chest. I want to make sure that we see our timer. All right. And you've got 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Release those weights. Staying with the heavy weights. This time, we are moving up to our shoulders. This is an upright row. So up here and down. Ready? Let's go. Curl and release. Not a lot of rest in between these. Curl and release. I don't know why I'm saying curl. We're really raising. So those elbows are out to the side. Lift to the chest and release. Lift and release. Letting your elbows be the highest point. What happens sometimes is people drop their elbows. See how I'm bringing the weights up high but not the elbows? That's a biceps exercise. We want it to work our shoulders. So we're pulling up to our chest and back down. Up and back down. Good. Stay with it, curling up and back down. You have 15 seconds. Sorry, I'm not going to leave you hanging every single time. I'm just getting the timer to where I can make sure that I'm turning it off. I'm going to bring it closer to me so I'm not walking all in your face every single time. Perfect. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Drop one of the weights because we're moving into our last 3 minutes, 3 muscle groups, small muscle group. This is triceps. You're going to need 1. I'm going to sit on the edge of this bench so you can see what I'm doing. I have 1 in my hand, going up overhead, drop it low, and push it up. Ready? Bring it up overhead and go. Down and up. Some things to think about. You're bringing this down to the nape of your neck. Your eyes are forward. You can sit on the bench or not. Some things that I like to do when I'm standing is I like to stagger my stance here. I'm a little bit out of frame, but that's okay. You're washing my feet. Or you can just regular stance here, overhead press, making sure that you're tightening the belly a little bit and bringing that tailbone down to where it's focusing on the ground, like pointing down to the ground. Ears are still in line with those biceps. You've got about 15 seconds here. Triceps overhead press, pushing and releasing. Good job. Last 10, less than 10. And done. Perfect. Release those weights, shake it out. So maybe you're thinking, okay, I'm probably not going to lift my heaviest weight in those. Maybe you're going to do your medium weight in those. It's fine. It's whatever. But either way, I want you to use a heavy weight for these next 2 exercises. So this is our superset, meaning we are going to do 2 big muscle groups back to back. Your rep count is always the same. You want to do 10 to 20 reps of the exercise. How do you know when to stop? Because your form starts to suffer. I'm going to go to the ground to show you exercise 1. Can you do it on the bench? Absolutely. Chest press. Back row is our first exercise. So on the ground, you're going to kneel on one leg. Let the arm hang, and you're going to pull up and drop back. Okay? On the bench, we kneel and we lean over, pulling up and back. You decide where you want to go. Pick an arm, and you're going to do 10 to 20 reps. Now, you're going to be counting this. Maybe you've already started. That's fine. You'll just get a little bit longer of a break. How do we know when to stop? When our form starts to suffer, right? When all of a sudden we can't get it up quite as high, or we're moving the whole body, right? We're rotating the body. We're not squaring those shoulders to the ground. That's when we know that it might be time to switch those weights. Either to go to a lower weight or to stop our rep number, which is what I would like you to do. Again, 10 to 20. When you're done with that arm, I'm going to go to the ground for the next arm just so you can see. We go to the next arm. So again, this is a workout that I really want you to take anywhere. I want you to go every and anywhere with this. You do need some weights, but there are so many places, hotels, gyms, okay, that was 2. Your house, right? Places that you can go that have weights. No, those are only 3, but like, those are a pretty big 3. We're there quite a bit, or we can find them quite often. All right, after 10 to 20 reps, you're going to lower that one down, and you're going to grab your other weight. If you're still going, please keep going. Don't stop on my account. Where we're going now is a chest press. So what you're probably used to, you're going to bring those elbows down, even with the shoulders and not past the shoulders. This is why I like to use a mat for my chest work. I prefer it to a bench because the bench, typically my elbows drop below my shoulders. This keeps me accountable. So we're going to do up and down 10 to 20 reps. Look, we're bringing those together right above the shoulders, dropping and pushing. 10 to 20 reps. And that's chest press. So do you see how this works? When we're in the small muscle groups, we're going for time. We're in the big muscle groups, we're going for rep number. This is, again, our superset. So back-to-back exercises. These are opposing muscle groups. You can also superset the same muscle group back-to-back, but this is an opposing muscle group. One in the front of our body and one in the back of our body. And I'll be honest, I think I'm getting somewhere to like 12 or 13. I'm talking so much that I'm getting myself distracted. But hopefully, you are not. Up. When you get to 20, release the weights and sit up. Nicely done. Now I like to set my weights here. Keep myself a little organized since I am in my home. And we can do this. We are now moving to our next set of exercises. And if you're kind of seeing the trend and where I'm going, I'm going to drop down to a medium weight for these. Same 3 small muscle groups in a row. Biceps, shoulders, and triceps. I'm taking my time talking here so that you guys can get a little rest. Getting our timer back on. All right. Medium weights. The biceps curls or rotator raise. We come up to our shoulders and back down. We go in 5 seconds. I'll show you a side view. Up to the shoulders and back down. Perfect. Ready? When you're ready, go. Now, one option for these biceps exercises is instead of stopping or dropping down weight before you get to that point, you can also alternate them, right? This is a rotator curl, a rotator raise, whereas last time we did the hammer curl. And you could do the same thing with that too. Curling up. All right, so again, we've got our time. So you take your time. Don't worry about staying with me. Worry about completing. Think about lifting the chest. You don't even have to count. You can zone out. And once you get this down, friends, you can either write down what we do and just go do it on your own, or you can listen to your own music and just kind of watch me do this stuff because you know what's coming up. You can just rest and wait till it's time to go. Perfect. We're almost there. You've got about 15 more seconds. Perfect. Squeeze, release. Now remember, we're going to try to stay with these medium weights, but your job, drop down if you need to, whatever needs to happen for you to keep going, and release. Went a little over, my apologies. Shake, shake. Next up, arms come in, elbows come high. It's a lateral raise. Ready? Bring it in. Let's go. Lateral raise. So we're here out to the side and in. Perfect. Think about elbows high. This time weights are kind of in line with the elbows, just not above them. So being careful not to go there, but go here instead. Imagine strings on your elbows that are lifting them to the sky. You are halfway through, friends. Lift those elbows, lateral raise. I don't know about you, but I'm getting sweaty. Whew. The good news is, since we have 3 and 3, right? 3 timed, 3 repped. This is going to be our halfway point after this. It's going to be our halfway point. That's pretty cool, right? I feel like we just got started. Lift and lower. Now, something I do want to talk about at this point, release, is what are we doing to warm up our upper body? So keep one weight. We're going to go to the floor. You can go to the bench or right here to the mat. I'm going to the mat more because of what you can see, honestly. So as far as warm up, oh, I can't see what time. Okay. We're going to drop to the skull and up. It's skull crusher, so it's a side view. So I'm holding it like this by the ends, dropping it to my skull and up. When you're ready, let's go. If you haven't already started. Okay, so I've teased this about 3 times. The warm up. What I typically do when I go to the gym, to be very honest with you, even when I'm doing an upper body workout, is I hop on a piece of cardio equipment. Now, if it's treadmill, you can probably like use my arms to walk. If it's elliptical or Stairmaster, I probably don't pick those just because I'm holding on with my arms at some point, right? It's more lower body. However, if you have one of those elliptical machines with the arm things that move that you can hold on to and push and pull, or a rowing machine, hop on it for 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and just warm up the body before you go. If you're at home, go on a quick walk around the block. Or when in doubt, one more rep, just do a couple little Michael Phelps. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So we are done with those. We're moving to the next superset. So little Michael Phelps would be crisscrossing the arms. You can also do some big arm circles back, nice and slow. Don't go speed through the rotator cuff and forward. So should have talked about that at the beginning, but hey, you got the info. All right, we are moving to our next reps set. We have A press. We're doing that one first, and then dead row. So again, I've got my medium weights. My A press looks like this. Ooh, that was a big move. Start at the top, bring my elbows down, and push together. It's almost like a chest press with my palms turned in. So you can go ahead and start counting. I'm going to flip so that my back is to you, and hopefully you can see something. You can. Good view. I drop my elbows, and then I push my weights to kiss at the top. They don't have to slam into each other, but they come close. Drop and push. That is an A press. Cool. All right, that's a good view of this. Perfect. You're doing, again, 10 to 20 reps with this medium weight. I'm going to go sideways again, just to kind of finish out here. Drop and push. And again, you're counting and you're stopping either at 20 or when your form starts to suffer. If you get to 20 and you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad, then you have a bigger job next time. You get to pick a heavier weight for this exercise. And you might be at the point now where you're like, oh, I don't just have 3 sets of weights, I have like 5 because of all these different muscle groups. That's okay. When you're done, you're going to make your way to standing. Or next exercise, I'm going to move the mat out of the way again. I mean, this is a traditional gym style workout. You see people walking back and forth to the weights all the time. Don't be scared to do it. Switch them out. So for our back this time, we're moving into dead row. Here's what happens. Our feet are parallel. Roll the shoulders back, anchor the shoulder blades down, tap the knees, squeeze up to the hips, drop, and stand. Tap the knees, squeeze, drop, and stand. And we're going to do something different. Instead of just one pull, because you're like, this is going to take ages, give me 2 at the bottom. So that was 4. This will be 5 and 6. And maybe next time you start with the 2 together. 2 squeezes. This also, though, it helps work, our mid back or upper back, but our lower back and our glutes as well. A lot of what goes into helping us stay standing and keeping our back strong. From the front, you can see that we're squeezing and standing. Remembering that you have 10 to 20 reps. And then we get to move into our very, very last timed interval. Finish when you're finished. When you're finished, we set down those medium weights and we get to move into our lighter weights. Getting our timer ready to go here. All right, light weights. Again, mine are 5. You can do whatever you want. The first one, palms face back for our biceps. It's a reverse curl. So we're bringing the hands up to the shoulders and back down. Yes, so we're getting a little forearm action in there. Ready, go. Curl to the shoulders and back down. Curl and release. A reverse biceps curl. Nicely done. Lift and lower. Keeping the chest up from the side, curling up to the shoulders and back down. Curl and release. Good job. You got it. We're over halfway done here. And this is our very last biceps exercise. So you will be done. Good. And this whole thing is going to take you under 30 minutes. So when you go to the gym from start to finish, from warm up all the way through, allot yourself about 30 minutes. Remember, you can fast forward through the first 5 minutes of the video where I'm just explaining what to do for first timers. Let's go ahead and release. Yeah. And you can go, and you can kind of do this in a quicker pace. It'll just take you 30 minutes at the gym. Next exercise, last one for the shoulders. This is a rear delt fly. You have 2 options. You can sit on a bench or you can kneel on the floor. I'm going to show you the kneeling on the floor to start. You're doing the same thing with your arms if you're sitting on the bench. And I'll go with you there in a minute. You have, in a little bit. You have 1 minute. Let's go. Rear delt fly, bringing my shoulders up, elbows to 90 degrees. My chest is lying, my whole belly is down on that thigh. So I'm working my rear deltoid, close to those shoulders, right? Really upper back. If you're seated, you can do the same thing. You can just come together behind those legs, and it's kind of a little deeper hamstring stretch. Not all of us are going to be comfortable in this seated position. I'll go to this side so you can see it too. Not all of us are going to be as comfortable here, but it's an option. You have 15 seconds left. Now, if you remember that bent over row position, you're going to need that for your next set. So it was either kneeling just like before on the bench and take a break, just like before on the bench, or the same kneeling that we had on the ground. You can put one weight down. We're going to kneel, hand down, curl your elbow up to 90 degrees. I'm going to do this side on the bench. I'll do the other side on the ground. Ready, go. We're going to switch at 30 seconds. What are we doing? I didn't even tell you, right? Triceps extension. What I want you to make sure of is that your shoulders are square and you're not coming up here. Also, stop that hand almost directly under the elbow. Sometimes I see people coming all the way in and out. That's just momentum. Stop the hand below the elbow. Get that squeeze. Good. One more rep, and then we're going to switch hands, switch arms. I'm going to switch position too. Coming up and keep going. Other side. Good. So you don't have to switch positions. I just am because I know some of you are down here with me. Some of you are up on the bench. Either one works. You pick yours. Nicely done. 10 more seconds, and then we are completely done with the small muscle groups. These are little tricep kickbacks, triceps extensions, whatever you want to call them. Stop that arm beneath, Gretchen. There you go. And one more. And we're done. Very, very nice. Okay. So what are we going to do this time? We started with, we need to start with back. So you're going to go to the floor. No matter where you are, you're going to go to the floor. I'm going to need a little more room here for these last 2 exercises. You already were on the floor probably, some of you, but we're all going to be on the floor together for these last 2. All right, I'll go all the way out with this mat. Why not? Our first exercise is going to be Superman's. So we're down on the mat. We're going to take our hands beside our elbows, beside our ears, or straight out in front. Either one. I'm going to go beside my ears today. When you're ready, You're going to lift and lower, upper and lower together, even if you only get a few inches from that lower. And this is our back exercise. No weights needed. No weights needed. Eyes are down on the mat. 10 to 20 reps. Try not to speed through them. It's up, up, down, down. That's how you can think of the tempo. Now let me give you some options. If your lower back is bothering you, try two things. Try upper body only. Push the tops of the toes in the ground, lift the knees off and squeeze the bottom, anchoring for that lower back. Or put your head on your hands and just lift the lower body. On the mic there. So you have some decisions to make on how you want to finish this. And again, it doesn't have to be super high. It's more slow and controlled. When you have done 10 to 20, flip over for a last chest exercise. This is when you'll need the light weights again. And now you might get away with doing more of a medium weight because it's chest. It's a big muscle group. We're going to add in, so just like we added in the lower body, we're adding in the lower body for chest fly as well. So just for the record, chest fly is out and back, and your elbows, they don't even touch the ground. Bring the legs up to 90 degrees. You can pull them in a little bit if you want to, just to protect the back. As you extend both arms out, one leg goes and comes in. It can just tap the toe down and come up, or it can extend all the way out and in. Now again, you have 10 to 20 reps. You should be going. I'm going to do the flippy over-y thing so you can see where I am. Arms are coming out, almost touching the ground and squeezing back in. Almost touching the ground and squeezing back in. Guys, this is our last exercise. How good does this feel? Chest fly with leg extensions. So when you look back, you have done 3 exercises for each muscle group. Upper body muscle group. You've had some bonus stuff like this one for your abs, for your back like the Superman, for the dead row. You've kind of done it all, friend. Bring it in. When you've done 10 to 20, again, I didn't count, so don't follow me. We're going to bring it up to either kneeling or standing. Now, even if you didn't do the Michael Phelps to start, we've got them to end right here. And then I want you to take one arm across, pull it in, releasing the back. Good. Relax the shoulder away from the ear. Let's go to the other side. Pull across. Relax away from the ear. Good. Reaching up. Hands come together. Lift the chest. Just try to tap them back behind your head. Head presses back into the hands a little bit. Relax the neck. Good. And then we make a V overhead. Chin tucks, pulling the arms back. This little V. This is one of my favorite exercises to do. A V here. Then I pull the elbows in. I make a W. Pull the head back. VW. Volkswagen. L. Pull the hands back a little bit. Chin stays tucked. I'm not letting the ears go forward. I'm pulling the chin back. Lengthening back the neck. VWL and T. Now the hands really pull back with the thumbs up. Head still pulling back. And then thumbs down, reaching back. And release. You have finished. You guys should plan to do this 1 to 2 times a week. At least get it in once a week, and you will start noticing a difference very, very soon. Until next time, my name is Gretchen. Make sure that you like and follow me on YouTube so that you can also subscribe so you can get notified when new exercises come out. Every odd Wednesday, I upload a brand new workout video, and I would love for you to join this and start to see some differences in your life. You are beautiful. You're doing great things for yourself. Love you so much. Bye.